Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am here with you with a pick a card reading. So, there's a lot going on in the stars, y'all. It's a lot going on. And I just feel like we need a pick a card reading to go into all of the different astrological events going on. So, as you can tell by the title, Mercury and Venus are both direct. So, Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde had a little overlap. It was a lot because every planet except for the moon at some point has their retrograde. Sometimes they overlap. Also, there are, okay, my brain had a little fart. So, the outer planets, so like Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, am I missing one? Saturn. Those planets would have a long retrograde that lasts like months at a time. And then the personality planets, so Mercury, Venus, Mars, they have shorter retrogrades that well, Venus retrograde doesn't happen quite as often, but Mercury retrograde happens 3 times a year for 3 weeks at a time. And then the Venus retrograde happened from like December 19th to January 29th, I want to say, something like that. So Venus retrograde was about 6 weeks. Mercury retrograde was about 3 weeks, and they both ended around the same time. So now we're sort of in the post shadow phase of both of those retrogrades. So during a retrograde, usually the planets move in like this circular pattern. But because of the fact that like the Earth's orbit is different from the orbit of all the other planets, there's this point in time when from Earth, it looks like the planets are moving backwards in the sky because of the way the planets like line up in their orbits and stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense in my mind. So retrogrades, basically it's when the planets are literally appearing to move backwards in the sky. So that's sort of a time when we get to like take a step back, reflect. During a retrograde, the planets kind of slow down because they're moving in, the opposite direction they usually move in. Even though they're still like moving forward in their orbit, it's just because of the way the orbits line up. It looks like it's moving backwards, but it's not actually moving backwards. So during that retrograde, it's kind of like the universe's opportunity to be like, let's run it back really quick because there's something here that we got to learn. So let's, rewind a little, take a step back. And then, once the retrograde is over, that's when you kind of get, I don't want to say a redo, but that's kind of how I see it. So the planet will, so for example, Venus and Mercury were retrograde in Capricorn. So they were originally moving forward through Capricorn, and then at a certain date, they started to move backwards through Capricorn. So now they have to travel back through the same area of Capricorn that they went backwards through before. They've already went forward through this area and then back, and then you have to go back forward again. So there's the pre-shadow when you're moving forward, the retrograde when you're moving back, and the post-shadow when you're moving back forward and things are going back to normal, or the lessons are sort of having their time to settle in. So that's sort of how retrogrades work. Retrogrades are over, like I read online that there's no more retrogrades until like April. So now it's sort of a time to breathe, decompress, and sort of just like take the lessons learned and apply them. I feel like retrograde is a time when we're learning lessons. Post shadow and the times after that is when we get to apply those lessons. So when the retrograde comes back around, if we didn't learn the lesson the last retrograde, it's going to come back around and keep repeating itself until you learn the lesson. So retrograde's over. We done made it through. I did a pick a card on the retrograde before, so if you want to go check that one out, it's still on my channel. But we also have some more astrological events going on top of these retrogrades. Well, not on top of, because the retrogrades are over. So over the next few weeks, there's a lot going on. So on February 11th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct Pluto. So if you don't know what a conjunction means, a conjunction is when two planets are basically sitting on top of each other. So Mercury and Pluto are going to be stacked in the sign of Capricorn. So Pluto is the sign of like death, rebirth, transformation. Mercury is the sign of communication. So when two planets team up like that, it's like their energies sort of just come together and kind of take things a step further in a way. So Mercury conjunct Pluto, there could be transformations in the way you think and the way you communicate with others, things like that. Then February 14th, Venus and Mars are going to be conjunct in the sign of Capricorn. So they're going to meet up and they're going to stay together in the sign of Capricorn. They're just going to move through the sign of Capricorn together and eventually end up in Aquarius together, but we're going to get there. So as Venus and Mars team up in the sign of Capricorn on March 3rd, Venus and Mars will team up with Pluto, and they will be conjunct with Pluto. So as I said before, Pluto is a planet of death and transformation. So we're going to see some transformations in Venus and Mars realms, where Venus is the sign of like romance, love, friendships, things like that. Mars is the sign of like how you assert yourself, aggression, sex, things like that. So when you hear the term men are from Venus, when women are from Mars, I kind of clicked in my brain one day. Mars is ruled by Aries and Scorpio. Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra. Aries and Libra are sister signs. Taurus and Scorpio are sister signs. So that like men are from Venus, women are from Mars thing really clicked for me, because Venus is the feminine energy, Mars is the masculine energy, and then the sister signs rule those two planets. I thought that was so cool. So anyway, Venus and Mars will be conjunct Pluto on March 3rd. So there's going to be transformations in those realms, death and transformation. So, you know, things have to go away for things to change, you know, so there's that. And then on March 6th, Venus and Mars will move from Capricorn, the more strict sign, the more structured sign, into the sign of Aquarius, which is more about unconventionality. You know, Aquarius is known as the different sign. Aquariuses are different and know they're different and love that about themselves. So Venus and Mars will move into the unconventional, just, you know, doing things differently, innovative, technological, just different sign of Aquarius. So we have a lot going on in the stars with this Venus and Mars energy. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of stuff going on with relationships, with romance and things like that. So checking in with a little pick a card for you guys. I have 2 piles for today, and we're going to get into these energies from the stars and the planets. So let's go ahead and get into our 2 piles. So our first pile, we have the Carnelian, and I already pulled these Lovers Oracle cards to go with your pile. So you can go by the picture on the card or by the stone. We have the Carnelian, and I'll explain the Carnelian when you get to your reading, but we have the Carnelian, cute. And then we have the Mahogany Obsidian to go with our second pile. Hopefully you guys can actually see. So we have the Mahogany Obsidian, we have the Carnelian, so you can pick between your 2 piles, pile number 1 and pile number 2. And I'll meet you at your reading. So pile number 1, if you chose this card and the Carnelian, first let's talk about the Carnelian, and I took some notes because, you know, I've been needing to have my notes. So the Carnelian is a bold energy. It brings warmth, joy, and vitality. And it is also connected to the sacral chakra, which is creative and sexual energy. So the card that we pulled to go along with the Carnelian says passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. So I feel like with this Carnelian pile, we're sort of feeling a little spicy, a little, just feeling a little like ready to get out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like kind of feeding for a date right now. Like I'm feeling like it's cold outside, but I'm feeling like a hot girl. I'm just like, where are the men at? Why am I not being, you know, flown out? And, you know, we are in a pandemic. We are going through a lot, but I'm still just kind of like, I need a little spice. I need a little passion. And, you know, I'm getting it in ways, you know, we get it how we can. I'm not about to get too much into my personal life on here. I'm not trying to spread all my tea. I'm wholesome. Anyway, we're going to get into this reading and talk about this passion card. What is coming from my pile number 1 with this Carnelian? What's going on? Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles flipped. I like to take cards that fly out, but we're going to acknowledge that Queen of Pentacles. We had the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles just come out right with each other. We got some King, we got some zaddy energy. This might be my feminines in this pile, because it looks like we got some kings coming our way. Okay. And, you know, feminine is based on the energy, not based on your, you know, gender identity. So if you resonate more with the divine feminine energy, this might be for you. But we have our King of Cups coming in, our King of Pentacles, those just strong, confident people that know who they are and are confident in themselves and, you know that they know who they are, and they know that they are that girl, that dude, that whoever they are, they know who they are and they're confident in themselves. You're able to manifest that energy because you have that energy within you. Okay, we got options. We got options, and some of those options may not necessarily be the best. We might end up finding out that one of our options was not all that we thought it was. It was not all it's cracked up to be, but we have so many options and we get to choose. We get to choose. 5 of Cups in reverse. The struggle is over. Okay, the struggle is over. We're done dealing with these people that leave us with our cups spilled over, leave us looking at what we don't have instead of what's sitting right behind us, what is, you know, right there that we can't see. We are done with this crying over spilled milk. Like 5 of Cups gives me crying over spilled milk. You see them cups laying over there on the ground, it's crying over spilled milk. So we're done crying over the relationships that should have been but just weren't. They shouldn't have been. It didn't happen because it wasn't supposed to. I'm getting to the point now where I realize like everything had to happen the way it did. And it might not make sense, but it had to happen that way. Because that's just, you know, that's this reality. In another reality, it probably did happen the way you saw it. And that's why you're so hurt because, you know, it could have happened. You saw it happen. You saw the vision. And it may, in some other reality, it happened. But in this one right here, it didn't happen. And it had to happen that way. And that's okay, boo. It's okay. It's okay that everything didn't work out the way you thought it would. But now that we have gotten over this, that we done cried over the spilled milk, and now we're past that, we have healed, we have, you know, used that stuff that happened in the past to bring us to where we are today, we are able to better filter through our options. We're able to manifest our King of Cups and our King of Pentacles, the stable, you know, confident, healthy love that we really desire. We're able to get that because we were able to step out of this energy, get over ourselves. Honestly, you have to get over yourself. And I hate to say it like that, but like sometimes we really do just have to get over our drama and get over whatever it is that somebody else put us through, because like we got through it. It's called going through it because you're going through it. You ain't gonna be stuck there forever. You're gonna survive. That's what Miss Tina said at the end of what, Ring Off by Beyonce. So you got to understand that you're not going to be stuck in this mess forever. Your man, your king is coming. Your divine masculine is coming. It's just, you know, you got to filter through the mess first. You got to date. You got to find out what it is that you don't like. And honestly, a lot of times it takes finding out what you don't like and what you don't need to help put you on the right track to what you do want and what you do need. But you got to make sure you're being clear on what it is that you want. Because once you done been through some stuff and you done seen some things, you got to know, okay, this ain't it. So what is it? What is it? Expect powerful change. Big change is coming for you, babes. Because we done did the work. Because we have moved beyond this. A powerful change is coming. Take time to breathe out. A lot of times we be going through things and don't take the time to decompress. But life is a lot. And sometimes you just got to take a second to take a step back and breathe, girl. Just let it out. It's okay. It's okay to go through things. That's just human nature. But it's all about your perspective. It's all about how you see it. So, expect some powerful change. Big things are coming for us. You already know. So, yes, all you got to do is move past the spilled milk, flip it around, and look at what you do have. Look at what is right behind you, because just like this stuff done spilled out, but look, you still got 2 cups left. You don't have as many cups as you had before, but you still have 2 cups left. So use what you got and move forward. Keep going. It's okay, babes. So, I'm gonna pull a spirit junkie and then we're gonna wrap up there. But yes, it's very clearly telling me like we done got through it. And if you still going through it, then you just gotta trust that you gonna get through it. because dealing with these men in this economy, oof, Jesus. But you got to understand that you're not going to be stuck here forever. You just got to keep going. You got to pick yourself up, babes. And your man is coming. He's coming to get you. Your man, your girl, your whoever you want to come get you, they coming. Once you stop crying over that spilt milk. One card, Spirit. Thank you. When I see good in others, I acknowledge it out loud. So, we're done acknowledging the bad. We get to choose to see the good. We have options. And when I see the good in others, I acknowledge it out loud. When we acknowledge the good in others, when we see the good that others have to offer us and we actually acknowledge it out loud, we're able to manifest more good because we're focusing on the good. When you focus on the good and acknowledge what's good in your life, then you get to bring more good into your life, baby. So there you have it. You got to learn to let go of the milk that done spilled. Take a sip of something else. And you eventually gonna have your divine masculine. He's coming for you. He gonna save you, baby. Well, we gotta save ourselves. Let me not even say you gotta wait. He's not coming to save you. You gotta rescue yourself. Cheetah Girl said it best. I don't want to be like Cinderella, sitting in a dark, cold, dusty cellar waiting for somebody to come and set me free. Set yourself free. And then be free with your man. You know, once you free yourself from your internal shackles, because if you feeling trapped on your own, nobody can save you from yourself. You literally have to save yourself. So once you learn to save yourself and free yourself and stop crying over that spilt milk, then you'll be able to manifest your boo. And y'all gonna be happy together forever. Happy in love. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning into your pile. If you want to tune into pile number 2 as well, go ahead and stay with me because we're about to get into it right now. But if you enjoy, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe. What? I didn't even think of an emoji to comment. Oh no. Okay, so I remember I already shuffled the cards back in, but on the 7 of Cups, there was one cup that had a snake in it. Go ahead and put a snake emoji down in the comments because we know better than to choose the snakes. We know better than to choose snakes. We can recognize a snake from a mile away. We done learned that lesson. We know not to deal with them snakes no more. So leave the snakes in the comment because they're staying in the comments. We're not going to bother these snakes in real life. Girl, what did you talk about? I don't know. So leave your snake emoji below. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you either in pile number 2 or in the next upload. 2. Okay. Pile number 2. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to your reading. So if you chose pile number 2, you chose the Mahogany Obsidian. And this one is really dark. Like, it's more black than it is brown. And I've seen other Mahogany Obsidian that's more brown than black, but I like this one because it has a little specks in it. So we have the Mahogany Obsidian. You may have also chosen this card that says Embrace. It says, through each other, you find the missing pieces. So I was just talking in pile number 1 about how we have to save ourselves. We can't expect somebody else to rescue us, which is true. However, it's also possible to heal with somebody. So if you both have your intentions set on, healing that heart chakra, healing them chakras, getting yourselves right, then, there you have it. You'll be able to heal together. It's possible to heal through each other, but if you got somebody that's, still on their toxic mess, still projecting and still just in that low vibrational negative energy, then you're going to stay in that low vibrational negative energy. But if you and your partner are both focused on healing through each other, you find the missing pieces. So that person might be the person that you needed to help, catalyze your growth. We do need other people to help us on our healing journey. So yeah, it's okay to lean on other people, but you cannot depend on other people to save you. You know what I'm saying? But through each other, you can find the missing pieces. A lot of times it's the love that we need to help us heal a little bit more. We acknowledge the lovelessness that we dealt with in the past, but that one person that shows us the love we know we deserve. That's that missing piece that we need to really take us to the next level. So I didn't mean to pull the oracle cards first, but I guess that's what we're doing. So I pulled, when I lead from a place of love, people respect me. When I lead from a place of love, people respect me. So you're able to manifest loving people in your life when you lead from a place of love. When you're putting love out into the universe, you're going to receive love back to you. Whatever you give is what you get back. So if you dishing out foolishness, you're going to get some foolishness back. But if you're leading from a place of love, people will respect you and show you that love back in return. Next, it says, owning my power inspires others to do the same. I am not afraid to shine. Your power comes from love. Love is the most powerful force in this universe. So owning that power, owning the love that's within you, your loving, caring side, as hard as it is to be a loving person in this world, it is hard to be the loving person that I want to be, because people don't show love. When you show love, people do not receive it well all the time. So you have to learn to own the power of love and use it wisely, because a lot of people will take that for weakness. A lot of people will see that love in you and try to dim that light within you, but you have to own that power, stand firm in that love that's within you, and keep pushing, baby, because people gonna try to drain you every step of the way. So you have to own that power, be firm in that power, and don't let anybody take it away from you. Then we have taking care of myself is a radical act of self-love. So when you are adamantly, openly taking care of yourself every step of the way, you will know exactly who it does and doesn't need to be in your life. Because when you are so, I don't want to say absorbed, but when you are so into your self-love journey, it's easier to set those boundaries and to keep those negative people out of your life. Because when you loving on yourself unapologetically, you're not gonna have room for nobody in your life that's causing all this chaos and mess. You're not gonna have room for it. They literally have no place in your life. So once you're radically loving yourself, taking care of yourself, then, you know, people can't, it's nothing that nobody can do to try to knock you off of your stuff, because you are firm in your self-love. You know your worth and you love yourself unapologetically. So far we have, for our tarot, we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Empress. So the Ace of Wands is all about new sparks of creative energy. It's all about, you know, just new, like, aces are the first card in every suit. So the Ace of Wands being fire, the Ace of Wands is just like, we going, we going. So Ace of Wands is like a new wind of just energy, ready to get things started, initiating energy. The Ace, I think the Ace is the first suit in the tarot, depending on who you ask. So the Ace of Wands is like, we jumping off the gate, we ready to go, let's go. So Ace of Wands is hot, fiery energy, let's get things started. So that could be new connections, new love, new passion, just new things coming in, new energies. Then we have the Empress. The Empress is creative, fertile energy. Fertile, a lot of people get triggered when they hear folks, they think babies. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But fertility is also just about the ability to make things grow. Fertile soil is soil that's healthy and has the capacity to grow crops. So we have to love on ourselves so that we are able to grow healthy relationships and grow a healthy sense of self, if anything. And having a strong, healthy sense of self, being this Empress that's just creative and just so confident. Like, the Empress gives me this just confidence, this inner knowing that, like, I am divine feminine and I know this about myself and can't nobody take that away from me. That's what I get from the Empress. And you have to sit in that energy and be confident in that energy, and then you will ride to victory. The Six of Wands is all about victory. It's all about, you know, coming out on top. And, you know, it wasn't necessarily the easiest journey to get there. war is not just like this fun, easy thing that people do. Like when you at war, you at war. And a lot of times we at war with ourselves. So we have to I lost my train of thought entirely, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. So I think that's the sign that it's time for me to start wrapping up the reading. But we have to be so, I don't want to say so anything. I'm changing my mind. But we have to own that, how powerful, like, love is so powerful. We can choose violence, we can choose chaos, or we can choose love. And love is really what will bring us to this victory. It'll make us, you know, feel like that strong, that leader, that whoever you want to be. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yes, so this is the end of that tough cycle. This is when we're feeling like that girl. We are riding on the back of our horse and we are on our way to victory. So the Six of Wands is telling us that we are approaching the end of this tough cycle, because we have, like, sometimes we are at war. Sometimes we are at war with the world around us. Sometimes we're at war with ourselves. We're at war with others. But once we learn to lead with love, come from a place of self-confidence and just very strong sense of self, then we can receive the love that we're really looking for. But we got to stand up in this Empress energy and our creativity and our vitality and choose love. That's what I'm getting here. And my brain is just like, we're done. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, but thank you guys so much for tuning into this reading. I really hope you got a good message from it. I always forget to tell the emoji. Leave the queen emoji, because we are about to be victorious in our pursuits of love, whether that's platonic love, romantic love, self-love. It's time for us to start loving on ourselves, because if we don't do it, who else will? And others will, of course, but we got to love ourselves. And, you know, we will find the missing pieces through each other, but it starts with us. We have to start it. And once we start it within ourselves, we'll see it more and more in our surroundings. But it starts with you, babes. So go ahead and leave me a comment, a like, share the video with others. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next upload. Toodles. Bye. So pick a card. I don't know if this is gonna make a good thumbnail. Okay, I think I'm done here. Oh, I know the fuck not.